Yeah, come home, baby. You ain't gotta be making all that lame. None of these other. We can come get it in, or we cannot. Y'all make beautiful music. You gotta. I know how to talk that. Shout out to Meg and any other female out here doing.
You need to get it right the first time. Meg moved on. You should too.
DaBaby is a prime example of how quickly you can get humbled when you start feeling yourself just a little too much. Because the peak of his career was when he was doing features on Megan Thee Stallion songs and she was doing features on his. And he still chose to disrespect her publicly. Not only did he publicly declare his alliance with Tory Lanez after Tory Lanez did what he did to Megan Thee Stallion, but he also chose to take to the internet to try to tell us all that he had relations with Megan Thee Stallion. Like we care. You was literally using her as your claim to fame. Meanwhile, Megan Thee Stallion said, what? How I look confessing to these ninjas about my bodies when he a hoe too and he still gonna get me sloppy. Nobody cared. We didn't care. So you thought that was your claim to fame and you got canceled behind it. And now guess what? You're begging her for a feature. Talking about come home. Come home where? You need to go home to the jail cell with your homie Tory Lanez. That's who you really need to tell to come on home. It also reaffirms to me that no matter how famous y'all are, no matter how much money y'all have, y'all are still lame. Using women to get clout. Kissing and telling like you in high school.
Baby, you never getting that mega feature again. Do you know you have 30 minutes? Your 30 minutes been up. For you to go on that interview and say that Megan need to let it go and she need to come back home. On the way to that interview, did you fall and bump your head and have a case of amnesia? Like, did you forget how you brought that leprechaun on stage and you knew the situation between the two? Or maybe did you forget when you had dropped that song and tried to sneak this? The money must be drying up. Like, I could go stream Cash Shit or Crybaby or something to help you out a little bit, but that's the best I can do. Like, once you pick a side, you gotta stay over there. You pick that side to stand by that leprechaun, and look where that got you. Somewhere begging for crumbs. You better off collaborating with Sexy Red again, because it's never happened with Megan. I don't even remember the last time I even listened to a DaBaby song. Hell, all of them sound the same. Thinking back on the situation, like, you was hella weird for no reason. Like, why would Megan ever want to work with you again? You're a weirdo. DaBaby and many other people, they counted Megan out. After that situation she had, they really ain't expect Megan to pop off the way that she did. And now that she is popping off, she having a hella good year, they want to ride her wave. Like, it's too late for that. Baby, you might want to start filling out some job applications, because the rap career ain't looking too well.
You ever look at a rapper and just tell the money is drying up? That's DaBaby going around asking Megan Thee Stallion to come back home. Wasn't that? Didn't you? Because I could have swore. Ain't that?
And DaBaby, I almost forgot. And then I remembered. I was actually almost here for DaBaby's redemption arc and going on these radio shows and podcasts to talk about how, yes, I was successfully canceled. I fumbled my own bag because I was doing too fucking much. You were doing so good. I wasn't listening to the music, and be honest, I wasn't. But to bring Megan up at all is just so antagonizing in a way that's like, what did we do the redemption tour for? Like, what was the point of taking accountability? What was the point of talking about how this impacted you financially, how it impacted your career, and how it impacted your mental health? What was the point of talking about that if you're going to revert to the same old shit? And this is that shit when it's like, I can't even give you the benefit of the doubt and say that you were being genuine. I can't even do that. Why would Megan re-put you on when you actively contributed to her downfall? When Tory Lanez broke that restraining order and caused himself to get fucking arrested, he only did that to come out on stage because who was bringing him out? The fucking baby. You didn't have to do none of that. First of all of that was so unnecessary considering how closely you and Megan had worked up until that moment. And Am I Tripping is at the same show where he made the Lil Nas X comments. You was better off saying you was on drugs than actually apologizing if you was going to turn around and still bring her up. To sit up and say you would love to work with her again and no. That's over. That's chopped. You're seeing that the girls are eating it up, that your plan failed, that the devil is a liar. That's what you're seeing, and you're trying to leech back on like you did in the first place. Being quiet is always an option that's underutilized. You could have listed anybody but her, and I would have been like, yeah, this is a genuine effort. But to play such a pivotal role, and as you did, into her attempted downfall, both her career and her emotional state and her mental state, to contribute the way you did, you should actually never speak of her ever again. Because now I don't want the redemption tour to continue. I want you to stop and disappear forever.
Like, it's giving cringe. It's very cringy of you, DaBaby. And honestly, as a South African, I got to know him through Megan. And I was like, who is this guy? And then I was like, he's weird. Even on the sound, he was weird as F for me. And I was like, who's this Megan? Please get him off. But, Megan has to make her money. And she made her money. And he made his money. And now, let's separate. You took a side. Stand by. Like, I do not like people who switch sides. If that makes you a snake. Even snakes are so much better than you. I don't know what you would be. Because you switch sides like a effing rat. I can't even compare you to an animal, because animals stay with their own kind. They do not move around and cling on. Oftentimes they do not cling to other animals of other kinds. You are not even an animal. You are worse than that. Because the next sound or the next minute, you are screaming Tory Lane and you're in his side. And I'm wondering, what is he thinking when he sees you doing this thing? Because I'm sure there's TV in prison. He's aware of your state of thinking. Like, what is he? And I'm sure you've never went to prison to see him. Your so-called allianceship with him. So what is he thinking now with you switching sides like this, switching lanes like this? I'm sure he also got to see just how much people backed him, this Tory Lane. They backed him vocally because they did not like Megan. And now they want to call Megan back because Megan gave them their money. I don't know how you bite the finger, well, the hand that feeds you. I don't know how you do it. But men have the tenacity of doing it. And expecting, or rather thinking that, oh, well, she's a black woman. She's going to take me back again. And I'm going to go back to my thing again. Like, if you do me wrong the first time, I'm gone. I'm not coming back again. You might as well write a novel about me that this happened once upon a time. It was good. We made good memories. But now, it's time to go. Goodbye. We made memories. But now is the end. Now we have to move on to better things that don't include you. Because why? Why would I include you in my life again? And why was she?
DaBaby made fun of Megan Thee Stallion in some song talking about the day before Tory Lane shot her, I was effing on Megan Thee Stallion. And he said that like as the intro for some album he put out a couple years ago. And he obviously did that for shock value, but might have regretted kind of doing that because he enjoys making music with Megan Thee Stallion. They had some big hits together, songs amassing, millions and millions of views. And he went on an interview with Drink Champs, and he says he wants Megan Thee Stallion to stop doing those lame collaborations with those other people, that lame blink, like that S, that explicit word. Do the songs with me. That's what DaBaby wants. And DaBaby, he is like a stand-up kind of dude, but also is like a little hot-headed, seem like to have an attitude, because you see he be shooting people in stores. If the Danny Lay's brother got beat up in that bowling alley, so he'd be like standing his ground, kind of like popping off with people. So him taking it over the top with Megan, I didn't 100% stand it. Maybe he just wanted Tory Lanez back, or he felt that Megan was snitching on Tory Lanez or lying on Tory Lanez. That's like still very unclear, like what happened to Megan's foot for real and why Tory's in jail. Like, it's not completely clear, right? We know Tory got convicted of doing it, but we know that the picture of the foot didn't look like she got shot, so it's unclear. And we don't know why DaBaby did that, but we know he wants to make the song with Megan right now, and this music did sound pretty good in the past. So what do you guys think about this? Do you want to hear DaBaby and Megan back on record together? Are they like the combination we've been dying to hear again in music, or is it some other combination that we want to hear first, like Drake and Kendrick? Let me know in the comments.
It's always funny when a black leprechaun comes out of the woodworks and starts talking about things that don't make any sense. DaBaby is like that one guy in your life that just like won't leave you alone. I'm not that surprised he's coming out of the woodworks, as we've all seen Megan just shining this week. And her deluxe album literally drops in less than 2 hours. Megan Get a Bag, the Stallion, is truly someone we need to be studying, because the resilience, the dedication, and the tenacity that she's been showing all 2024 is amazing. Honestly, I gotta put in more work in 2025. Actually, the next 70-something days left of the year, I need to get to it. But what are your thoughts? Would you listen to a leprechaun, or would you go get your money up? Let me know.